Hello, you watching World Headlines with me, Mutala Sise, here on iAfrica TV. And first, the headlines. The Gambian Minister for Youth and Sports has reiterated the variability between time, people, institutions, saying that when time changes, people and institutions must also change, or if to respond to the contemporary realities in their environments. Honorable Alieu K Jammeh was speaking at the 2 days meeting organized by the Ministry of Youth and Sports to review plans and evaluate the various acts, policies, strategic developments, as well as activity reports and plans of various satellite institutions of the ministry from 2010 to 2014. The current restructuring process at the ministry, he went further, are among other things meant to prepare their personnel relevant to enable them actively carry out their respective functions. According to him, the government of the Gambia has spent over $100 million in sports over the years, asserting that there were institutional problems that has retarded the success of sports in the country. Still on headlines, the President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Joseph Kabila, flew into Uganda for talks aimed at reviving a peace deal between the government and rebel fighters. Kinshasa and M23 rebels failed to seal a deal last month after wrangling over what it should be called. The rebels were ready to sign a peace agreement, but Congo's negotiators wanted to call it a declaration reflecting the rebels' defeat. Kabila's visit to Uganda, where he met with his Ugandan counterpart Yoweri Museveni, comes after a 10-day tour of the main towns in eastern Congo. Liberian President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and thousands of citizens marched through the main streets of Monrovia to denounce rape, which has remained a problem in the West African country since the civil war ended 10 years ago. President Sirleaf, speaking to the press, said she and others were marching for a purpose to stop violence against women, further outlining that they were marching for a cause. Thousands of people lined Monrovia's main Topman Boulevard as the march brought the center of the capital city to a standstill. More than 200 French troops begin the task of boosting efforts to halt the violence in the Central African Republic as rebels withdrew from the capital, Bangui. The rebels' retreat came ahead of what is expected to be a key week for the landlocked country as the crisis stopped the international diplomatic agenda. The move came amid efforts to improve security in the Central African Republic with a United Nations Security Council vote this week on a French-drafted resolution aimed at strengthening a flagging African stabilization force on the ground. Christians have voted to outlaw same-sex marriage in a referendum sought by a church-backed group but strongly opposed by rights groups, official report showed. A total of over 65% of voters said yes, whether they wanted to amend the constitution to include definition of marriage as a union between a woman and a man, while a total of over 35% of the voters in the staunchly Catholic country said no. Under Christian law, a referendum does not require a majority voter turnout to be valid. That does it for the headlines around the world at this hour. Keep yourself up to date with more developing stories on our website on iAfrica.tv. And until then, I am Mutala Sisa.